EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Jackson on first down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Freeman. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
On 3rd down, Freeman. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Douglas. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or two short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Looking to throw. Freeman steps away to his left. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
Yeah, deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do, and what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Jackson's throw here taken in by Boykin. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll go with Pollard here on first down, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They go back to Pollard on second down, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. Pollard now a first down and more. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and start shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. These two teams all tied after one. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
And Jackson throwing once more.
Got an open man, finds Gibson.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Being chased out left. He's got the 1st down inside the 10.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. This time Jackson will throw it.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Pollard again.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board. That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground?
And got his man complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Jackson got a man. It's Gibson complete. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run with Gibson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll try to run with Gibson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Antonio Gibson as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there just before halftime.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Operating from the gun, Freeman. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Hayden Hurst in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Flush to his right. First down and more for Jackson. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Freeman under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Adafe Owe came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Freeman. And he will fire the open man. It's DJ Moore. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Pollard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Freeman. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 44, Jackson flushed out right. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. yards.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 14 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Odafe Owe. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Watch two. They can't hang with us. Mike two. Hey, that QB.
On first down, Freeman. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I know he ain't got it. Hey, check Mike 21.
To throw on second down, Freeman. He's going to look deep for more. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Indy. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. McCann's got it teed up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st down, Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Thomas. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 33. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. A handoff for Gibson. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
First down, and it's Pollard again. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Mike 21, check Mike 21.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Nifty move. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 126 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll run on first down. Pollard, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, Freeman. Swinging this out for Pollard. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week
as he'll be back in action in Week 8.